Welcome everybody to this Fortnite mini season review. You can see here it's the Simpsons season. First of all, I think I'm going to start off with mentioning how well I did this season. Eliminations, obviously, time played, wins and stuff like that. But first of all, I'm going to drop and we're just going to see where we end up, because I'm not dropping at my normal spot over by the pier. I've just decided just to float down and see fish sticks, I believe. Yeah, I think it's fish sticks here. I'm not too sure. Obviously, we're going to have a chest here at least, and we can obviously rift out if we need to. As I said, I just wanted to talk about how well we did this season. There'll be a graphic on the screen in a second just to show how well we've done this season. As you can see there, 7.1% win rate, 6 wins, played for over 11 hours. I think it's the most I've played in quite a few seasons. I really enjoyed the Simpsons season. I liked the mini season, and I think changing from 100 people to 80, and obviously last weekend it did change to 60. It made the games shorter, but also at the same time made it a little bit more fun for just the end game. As you see here, I'm taking some shots. I've got nothing but one rifle here, grab some minis. Again, just trying to escape here. You can see, well, falling, and here comes just pretty much a leap of faith. We've got absolutely nothing to fight with here. So we need to get out of there. We need to get our med kits on. I don't know why I was doing that jumping here. Played a lot this season on NA Central. I'm in England, so obviously it'll be no European service for me, but I really enjoy playing on NA Central. The ping was about 110, but it really didn't affect me that much. And I don't know why. I seem to get better games in on NA Central rather than in Europe. I would say this season I've had the most sweats in games. I think I may have moved up a little bit on skill-based matchmaking, but you can see a good percentage, 7.9 actual win rate. You can see here, like the flopper fish, that was really, really good. SMG spam. Didn't really take too much damage there. The SMGs this season, obviously, we've got the one I'm carrying here, and we've got the P90. P90 reminded me so much of Chapter 2. I used the P90 a lot to get victory royales in Chapter 2. What was one of my favourite weapons to use. Otherwise, shotguns have been a little bit iffy on this season. Obviously, I'm very happy to have the tack back, just because my aim's not great. So for the tack, you can know you've got 5 or 6 shots. I think it's 6, so you can get plenty of damage in. I need to focus on that for next season, get a better aim. You can see that here with a pistol. The pistol was fabulous this season. Didn't really use Mr. Blasty that much, which I really should have. I watched quite a few other streamers use Mr. Blasty to really good effect. Because here, I'm running dangerously low here. This has happened a lot. You could get beamed this season, definitely get beamed. You just need to escape, obviously. Blinky fish there helping, and the splashes. Great to have the splashes back as a heal for this season. So the heals this season have been fantastic. The burgers were great. The blinky fishes were fantastic as well. Obviously, you got your normal minis and you got your normal big pots, but it's great to have the splashes back, and the burgers worked really, really well. Obviously, they tweaked it a little bit because you could carry 6, which was a bit too many, but Fortnite obviously changed it over to only carrying 3. See here, not the best loadout, but drop attack. You see the Homer clones there. Really like the Homer clones. I was really worried it was going to end up like the bug season, where the Homers were just going to be too overwhelming. And look, a real player who's decided to disconnect and give me a crown. How nice of them. Obviously, I completely forgot about the slurps. Slurps were great, weren't they? Just fantastic to use, especially if you needed a speed boost to get round. Obviously, you did have to chainsaw this season as well as cars as normal. You can see there taking out the donut. The first donut I've actually taken out. You can see just pop up there. Obviously, they're looking for a mythic. You can see some players fighting the Homers. We take out that. We try to take this guy out with the. Before the Homers can get to him, we do. We manage to get away and see we can pick up a purple P90 here. Have a quick look. It's the red eye. Obviously, I'm not hitting him through the bush, but we do manage to get the elimination there. Obviously, quickly with the splashes. That's why I love the splashes. It's really quick. Heal. Top ourselves up there with big pots. The obviously weaponry ARs again wasn't really too involved with the ARs, but obviously they all do the job. And obviously when you got a bad aim, the ARs are terrible. But this red eye is really good. You'll see later on in the video, but I do manage to hit some shots from distance, which makes a change for me. So I love the bosses in this, sort of, not bosses, the NPCs. Obviously you could pick up some mythics. Really liked that they didn't always drop in the same place, and one would sort of drop every time a storm circle starts to form, which is a really nice thing. Let's see here, a little bit of a battle going on here. They've jumped down. I'm not sure if this is a real player. They didn't try and build. Obviously here, looks like I'm playing zero build, but there we go. Minus on the corner. We take out minus. The map itself was fantastic. Smaller map, which is great. And obviously had all the POIs from the Simpsons. If you know the Simpsons, you kind of enjoying the map. Do I hope that they do this type of mini season again? Yes, I do. And especially with a completely new map as well, not just a few changes to the map like they did for the Star Wars season. I think Epic learned from that, which was a really positive step forward, and just make it a little mini map, mini season, mini map. Worked out really great. As to the Simpsons with the storyline, bit of a stretch, but they kind of linked it into the storyline a little bit. Obviously we will see Homer in the, I think it's 0 hour, the live event on Saturday. So he will join King Kong and Godzilla, Superman and Star Wars. Think otherwise it didn't really fit in with the story, but it's nice not to have a sort of a reload season, so they didn't go to chapter 3. It didn't make sense. There was nothing in the storyline for a reason why to go back to chapter 3. Besides the 7 who are obviously coming with the new chapter. I did post a short the other day when I was actually playing when the storm was actually in the shape of a 7. I think I was actually very lucky. Some big streamers didn't actually get any gameplay footage of it. I did, so I think kind of lucky in that way. I just want to talk about my ranked performance this season. Didn't get out of gold, wasn't playing a lot of ranked. I think because obviously during the bug season on my home server I was only playing ranked, and I didn't really enjoy it. so I didn't play too much ranked. Did manage to get to Diamond 2 in Rocket Racing, which I will try during the next chapter and the next season to try and get to Unreal in Rocket Racing. It's quite nice just to play for an hour maybe, so you can get at least 10 races in, and that's really fun. And here we get to see my fantastic aim. At this point, obviously I'm not really building. I did mention the ping has not really been an issue, but when it comes to build battles, it is. The audio is really, really useful to have on, and obviously we'll build up here in a second, and you'll get to see my fantastic aim. The red eye zoom is quite good. I can see it's taking pot shots, standing still, home up. I think that's one good thing. There's been less bots in this mini season. I think it feels like it's been about 50-50 to be honest, but that's quite good. There's the pets. I'm hoping for a cat next season. Just take some pot shots there. I'm trying to not hit the sort of follower, so to speak. Oh, do some building. See again, I just follow where I can see with the visual audio. Got 2 mythics and a legendary P90, so I may as well go up. So overall, I've really, really enjoyed this season. I would actually put it in my top 2. The Marvel season was been my favourite season, but this is a very, very close second. I think I just like the smaller amount of games and stuff like that. It really played to my strengths. The reading challenge for duos didn't go too well on duos, but I think a lot of people were playing duos and squads, so I wasn't really coming up against single players. See here, great aim actually with this red eye, really, really useful. Look, some great building there. Obviously you can see I can take a pot shot, but I'm not really thinking to myself, I'm just going to take me from behind or the side. I do manage to lose one there. I have got quick editing on, because I am playing on a console, so it's always worth having on. I will look maybe next chapter to sort of take that off and go back to the original. Again, taking some shots. Obviously, if this was in competitive, that's someone I surge. But here, I just need to take shots. So I do manage to get an elimination there with the red eye. I see people coming up on me. See, this is what I mentioned about the aim. I pretty much eliminated that person by just firing at their feet. You'll see, I still got my crown. Obviously picking up the eliminations here as well. I think a 13 elimination was my high for this season, which is really, really good. I think next season I am going to aim to try and get at least a 15 elimination game in. Just need to be a bit more aggressive and work on my aim. It's squishy. I can see we're down to the last 2, so I know to run. And here we have it. Here we have the victory royale. I'd like to thank everybody for watching. I really, really love this season. And I will see everybody in the next chapter.